All right, here we go with a possible Facebook social media solution to child custody disputes. Now, most times we have a party involved in a custody dispute that is unwilling to act. So we're counting on outside influences to get them to act in a way that we want. And I think the best way to do this is through embarrassment, to put unneeded eyes on them and, make them get introspective into their behavior and force them to willingly do whatever it is that we want. Like, personally, I would like Lori to call me and talk about a custody agreement. She refuses to do that. I know other people that are trying to, serve papers, or people that are trying to get agreed, custody, agreements that were provided by a court or something, but the other party is not, performing under that agreement. Now, in the status system, usually all we can do is go back to the court, the state court, for remedy or redress of any of our grievances. Which, if you look at the parenting agreement that I've written, if you can see it in the notes section of the anarchist parenting and child custody page on Facebook, if you look in that, you'll see that there's like 3 or 4 different steps to the dispute resolution process, which starts first with friends getting together and talking about it, formally, and that is a really important thing, because it diffuses the situation on both sides of the disagreement, especially if you have a third neutral party that doesn't know either. They know of the the case at hand or whatever, but they are impartial in that they are not really friends of either of the participants. So they could be impartial, and each party bring in a friend, or a family member into this discussion, and that would make it a lot more productive than just a he said, she said kind of thing, to bring about constructive discussion about whatever issue it is. If it's a financial issue, let's bring some documentation to support your claim as to the other person that needs to provide some kind of support or something. Or let's say one person is saying that the other person is negligent, they aren't doing certain things, or whatever it is. You bring this evidence to this meeting. You just don't bring in hearsay. If you have people that have actually witnessed something, you would want to bring them in. And let's resolve this, as informally as possible, because when we're unwilling to talk about it on this, informal basis, it automatically demands outside intervention somehow, and I am very reluctant to have anybody come in by force and force their will into my business, So, so how do you do that in a using the, non-violent principle? So how do you do that? Most people say, well, you got to go serve them. You know, you got to go serve them papers or whatever. And, you know, different states, different persons can do that, but usually it has to be somebody who is, you know, not associated with the case or whatever. So, you know, and then, you know, you have professional servers and stuff like that who will do it for, you know, a fee or whatever. But couldn't just anyone can actually do it. I mean, they just have to certify that they've served it, you know. So, but sometimes service isn't the problem. You know, you can find the person at their home, or you can find them at work or whatever, but they fail to appear. They will not appear in court, or for whatever reason. And I think a good way to maybe try to, you know, motivate them to appear or to just deal with the situation is, I know people that, you know, personalities, and this goes back to the embarrassment thing. I know that celebrities and stuff get very upset when their privacy is violated. Okay? They're walking down the street, minding their own business, and here's somebody with a camera stuck in their face, and maybe they're asking them questions. Hey, what is it about appearing in court regarding your daughter's custody? Why is it that you're not, you know, appearing in court, you know? That's very embarrassing for them, you know? And if we could, I would call it the paparazzi ploy. You know, if you could get friends or third parties to interview these people like this, or intervene and try to capture them on video, or take pictures of them, or, you know, come up and ask them uncomfortable questions and document it. You know, I think that would be a very effective motivational thing to get these people to do whatever simple thing it is that they should be doing anyway, to get them to do it. Because, you know, who wants to be bothered by paparazzi? You know, some guy out on, you know, standing on the, you know, sidewalk trying to take pictures of you because you won't make a phone call, because you won't make an appointment that you agreed to go to, because you won't get the child to your parent, you know, to your partners, or, you know, the other parents, you know, home at the agreed time, or, you know, you're forcing them to come pick you up when you're the person that's supposed to be picking them up, or, you know, whatever the thing is, you know. And I think when you start having other people confronting them with this very personal question, you know, that will make them think. And it's very nonviolent because, you know, I don't know, some people might want to go up and, you know, maybe knock on their door and ask a question, or maybe there's, you know, a couple people could do this. You know, I don't know, maybe it could be like an inside job, you know, where somebody, a family member or somebody who's close to this person kind of does it as you know, a double agent or something, as we might say. And, you know, they put, you know, they're, you know, joking around with them one day. Hey, well, hey, Elsley, why is it that you don't appear in court when it comes to, you know, the custody when it comes to Carl asking for custody of, you know, your children? You know, or in my instance, you know, it'd be wonderful if one of the kids would see this and, you know, take a video of Lori answering that question for me, or a neighbor, or what, you know, somebody doing that, intervening like that, somebody picking up the phone and saying, hey, you know, I know what's going on with this situation. It's not cool. You should talk to him. You should talk to them. This seems really, you know, unreasonable or whatever, you know. And that doesn't take any intervention of the state or anything else, you know. You know, we could go out and we could hire, you know, private investigators or, you know, photographers or videographers or whatever. And, you know, they could go out and this could be their, you know, project or whatever. You know, they're supposed to, you know, like in my case, you know, maybe I hire a videographer in Columbus, Ohio to go try to capture my daughter on video, or, you know, see her, or, you know, if she sees any of the family members, to, you know, ask them some questions, you know. And, you know, I'm free to do that, you know. I'm free to contract for somebody to do that for me, you know, because it would cost me a lot of money to do that. So, you know, let's say I gave them, you know, $100 or something for doing that for a day or something like that, you know, the sitting out there and, you know, or maybe it's a part-time thing, you know, maybe they come and check every once in a while or whatever. And they put pressure on her, on Lori, to give me a call that would otherwise not be possible for me to do, because, you know, I'm in California. And, you know, I just don't understand why she won't pick up the phone and return my phone calls. But, you know, I have to go through, you know, what? Like, I'm going to call cops and get the cops to, you know, compel her to pick up the phone. You know, I've already tried to contact her daughter to get her to contact me. That doesn't work. I've contacted my aunt, asked her to contact Lori to give me a call. That doesn't work. I directly try to call Lori to give me a call. That doesn't work. Emails don't work. So I have to try something obtuse like this. You know, hiring somebody to go observe them. I mean, what do you think about this? Is this a crazy idea? Is there something better I could be doing? Something better I should be doing? Like I said, I don't want to have, you know, this goes, you know, in compliance with the non-aggression principle. You know, we're not talking about, you know, harassing them, but a single incident in which one person goes in and asks one question, that is not harassment. Now, if multiple people, for instance, wanted to volunteer to do this, and multiple people went and asked this question multiple times within a short amount of time, is that harassment? No, not really, because it's only one person approaching one person and asking one question or whatever, you know. So, you know, we wouldn't want to encourage any harassing type activities by a single person, because that could be construed as, you know, harassment, and that is, you know, aggressive, and that could be construed as some kind of crime. So, but a person walking up to you on the street and asking you an innocent question and continuing along their ways and recording it or taking pictures or, you know, making a Facebook, you know, entry or whatever, that is totally acceptable. I mean, we don't live in an Orwellian society where we can't say, you know, we can't shoot, you know, take pictures of people and we can't publish it on Facebook. So, yeah, I don't know. What do you think about this? Is this a crazy idea, the paparazzi scheme, to try to enlist other people that might be sympathetic to your cause into throwing some publicity on the subject and trying to motivate the person to do whatever simple thing it is they need to do to help resolve the conflict. I want to hear what you guys have to say. Please give me a call, or please give me some video responses or some replies in the comment section. Be sure